Hi, Dr. Lara here today. I am the author of the book A Journey Towards Freedom and the founder of the program Living Life on Your Terms, Owning You. So I was on my walk this morning and I was in complete awe of the state of mind that I was in today, because yesterday I was not in a very good state of mind. And so when I was on my walk, it kind of dawned on me how I shifted through it. So I'm going to share a personal story of what happened and hopefully give you some insight on how you can move through things a little bit easier. So the title of this is Force versus Flow. So yesterday we got some really sad news, some sad family news, and then found out some more things about what's going on in the world, and it just felt really, really heavy energetically. And I was in a lot of emotional anguish. And I tried to think about it. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to send light and love. This is their path. I know everything's happening for a reason. We're always geared towards our highest good, all of that stuff that I talk about. And it just wasn't working because I was trying to think my way through it. And I didn't realize it. Okay, so I was trying to rationalize things. I was trying to think my way through it. And I was doing some gardening yesterday and doing some landscaping. And I just couldn't get into the flow of the creation of how to put it together. And then I went to go do something else and that didn't work. And I went to go do something else and that didn't work. And it was like I was trying to force my way through my day. And I was expending so much energy trying not to feel the emotions that were coming up that I wasn't being productive at all. In fact, I was like spinning my wheels. So what happened was I was outside and I was still trying to do this landscaping. It just wasn't coming together. And I was sitting down and I just felt this emotion, this like intense emotion of grief, of sadness, of pain. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I went down into child's pose. So if you don't know what child's pose, look it up. It's yoga. It's a yoga pose. Look up child's pose. So I got in that pose. And what happened was all of that emotion that was like boiling up that I didn't want to feel came out. So energetically, it comes out through your forehead when you're down in that pose. And I was there for a few moments, well, a lot of moments actually, and sobbing and just feeling those emotions. And I didn't want to, but I knew that it was the only way that I was going to be able to make it through my day if I wanted to be productive, if I wanted to have a good day. Because if I didn't allow myself to feel those emotions, I would have struggled all day and I would have been miserable. And I probably would have yelled at my family. I probably would have eaten everything in the cupboard. I probably would have zoned out on Netflix. I would have probably done all of those things. So after I felt those emotions and I sobbed and I cried and I let it go, it was like there was a lightness that I had to me. And I didn't need to figure out where it came from. I didn't have to put a label on it. I didn't have to think, oh, is this mine? Is this someone else's? Is this, I didn't have to do that. All I had to do was be willing to feel what I was feeling and to let it go. And I know that it's painful and I know that it's uncomfortable, but that's where your freedom lies. It's in your emotions. So that's what I wanted to share today, because when we try and force things to happen, when we try to think our way through things, it doesn't really work anymore, right? I don't even know if it really worked before, but what's happening is we're moving from our head space to our heart space. And we're learning to come from our intuition. We're learning to come from our emotions. And, it's no accident that we've been taught that emotions are bad, that we shouldn't feel them, that we're weak if we feel them. Like all of that programming that we've had for so long, it's because that's where our power lies. It's in our emotion. Now, it doesn't mean we get stuck in our emotion, and it doesn't mean we allow emotions to rule our lives. It just means that we allow ourselves to feel them when they come up. because the more we allow ourselves to feel the emotions, the more open we become, the more intuitive we become, the more sensitive we become, and then we can start making decisions based on what feels right rather than what we think is right. Because you can't solve a problem with the same thinking that created it. So you have to get out of your mind and open yourself up to new ways of thinking. So I hope that helps. I hope you have a good day. I know things are intense out there. I feel it. I know other people are feeling it. And the best thing we can do is just go through it one moment at a time, the best way we can. And most of all, be kind. Everybody's going through stuff. So be kind. Have a blessed day.